Today marks the second year that I've been doing YouTube full time, and to celebrate this, I'll be doing yet another room tour. But before I do so, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed not only for this year, but also for the year before that. A lot has changed since the last video was uploaded, as not only has my room changed, but my content has as well. From then till now, I've gained over 428 subscribers. That's now putting me at 773 subscribers as the time I'm recording this. Now, my goal for this year is to hit 1,000 subs. And so I essentially need to get 227 subscribers by the end of this year, so I better start locking in. This year so far, I've done 22 playthroughs. And so with that being said, I'm going to list off my top 3 favorite games this year. For number 3, I'll be putting The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. As this game was just so much fun, and actually I've never even played the original one before, so to me this felt like a brand new installment for me. But by far, one of the really cool facts about this was the fact that my Adargi's Heirloom glitch video actually did really well, and I've gained a few subscribers from it, which is really awesome. And so for number 2, I'll be putting Paper Mario 64. This game was really awesome, and after just coming off from the Thousand Year Door, I was just craving for more, so I had to jump ship to the old game, and I gotta tell you, for some reason this game feels really nostalgic for me, and it gave me a warm fuzzy feeling on the inside when I was playing from start to finish. And in my opinion, I find this game actually way better than the Thousand Year Door, which is really funny. But what made this game even better for me was the fact that I had the Nintendo 64 Classic controller. And honestly, playing it with that, it just feels so much better than playing with the Joy-Cons. Paper Mario is a definite must play if you have Nintendo Switch Online. And for number 1, bar none, I have to give it to Half-Life 2. What is there to say that has not already been said? This game was so much fun for me, as I had actually never played Half-Life 2 before, so this was my very first playthrough. It was really cool, and honestly, I find that it's even better if you even played the first one before playing the second one, as it really helped me get immersed into the world that you're playing. Honestly, the only disappointment I had with this playthrough, if you'd even call it that, because it actually has nothing to do with the game, it was the fact that I wasn't able to stream Half-Life Alyx on my computer because I couldn't stream and run the game at the same time. It made my computer like really slow, and I just couldn't even stream it. And so for those who don't know, the whole reason I even streamed Half-Life 1 and 2 was that so I could finally play Alyx. But as of right now, I'm just gonna have to shelve it until a certain game comes out. Or should I say a certain game trailer? Maybe at the Game Awards, who knows? And so those were my top 3 favorite playthroughs of this year. Now, I know I did miss a few games like Warhammer 40k Space Marine 1 and 2, but honestly, I'll just lump those in 4 and 5, as those two are still my favorite games. But anyways, I'm just going to quickly run through my top 3 worst streams this year, in no particular order except the last one. DK Bonanza. Didn't really like the game, it's just really not for me. I found it really boring. I find the destruction physics to be really good, but other than that, it was okay. And then for number 2 worst game, I would have to put Metroid Prime Remastered. Now, the reason why I'm putting this in the worst streams is because literally in every single playthrough, I've had to look up a guide on what to do next. Just the flat out reason is, I just suck at the game. Honestly, if I play Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, it ain't gonna be pretty, I tell you that right now. And lastly, the number 1 worst playthrough this year, and I mean it, it's the worst one, would be Mario and Luigi Brothership. The reason why this game is so low is because I didn't even finish it. Literally, I was falling asleep halfway through every single stream. It was just a slog to go through, and when I opened up the map and saw that there's so much more of the world, I was like, no. I'm not forcing myself to play this crap. And, well, that wraps up my top 3 worst playthroughs. It's kind of weird that all of them are Nintendo games, and I know some people are going to be furious because I just played Mind's Eye. Well, I played it back in June, but me personally, I actually kind of enjoyed Mind's Eye, but with all the other ones, nah. And hey, for Mind's Eye, I did a 6-hour stream. That's impressive. The only thing that ever came close to that was Plants vs. Zombies. Alright, I've yapped enough for this intro, so without a further ado, let's get right into the new setup tour. Alrighty, so let's start with the year 2 room tour. So as you can see, a lot has actually changed. For one, I completely moved my bed around. So as you remember in the original part, I had the bed over here and then the couch and TV over here. Well, before I actually switched it to how it is now, I actually had, within like 1 month of making the 1-year anniversary, I had swapped the couch and TV around, and I had that for about 2 months when I finally settled on this design. Well, for the most part, because back in like middle of August, I actually switched it out again one time, and you can actually see the old setup in 2 videos. And then I hated it, so I switched it back to how it was. I truly think that this setup is the best. So, for starters, let's take a look at my new living room situation. So, for starters, I have the couches right here. I'm not gonna go over the same stuff again. I'm just gonna tell you why this changed. So, my PS5 is no longer in this infotainment system. I've moved it to the desk, which is now over there. I'll get to that later. The reason why I had to is because the damn thing kept overheating. I had it right in here, and it just kept overheating. Well, the PS5 Pro, I mean. So it was getting really, really hot in here. So I moved it right behind the TV. But that, again, started proving problems because my controller kept disconnecting from my PS5. So that's why it's over there. One thing that is new is this thing. This is a wax burner. I love this scent. It's really good. And I just keep that up to keep this room smelling nice and clean. Now, in the old video, I used to have a black, my phone ran out of storage. As I was saying, I used to have a 9 square shelf thing that I used to store all my stuff. I've since moved it in the closet because I just simply have no room for it, with my bed now being over here. So I've since replaced it with this little shelf that is really on the verge of like collapsing essentially. But yeah, so I've filled it all the way up with magazines like Nintendo Powers. I have all the Pokemon Time magazines. That's gonna be worth a lot of money. And down here I have all my strategy guides and a lot of miscellaneous stuff like the Doug Ford book. What is this? That is Macklemore CD, Animal Crossing, Don Cherry book. Just a lot of random stuff. I think this was in the last part, just a bunch of controllers, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's enough for this part here. Over here's the Fortress of Dreams. Again, not a lot has changed since the last video. Under here is still full of boxes, although down here, this Bud Light cooler is now the home of all my Skylanders, which is really cool. In here is also all my nice, valuable Pokemon cards. Open sesame, thank you. So yeah, a lot of nice cards in here. Kind of got back into Pokemon cards back in December, and I bought a lot of Pokemon card boxes. Spent a lot of it. They're all shiny. That's really cool. But right over here, I have a lot of like the regular cards. Right there's the Mario Kart Live thing. I bought one of those. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess that brings us with this shelf right here. This is well, it's a bookshelf. It was supposed to go in the closet. That's why I have all this stuff here. Oh, one thing I completely forgot to talk about was all my Animal Crossing Lego. Yeah, so right over there. Oh yeah, all of that. That was all my Lego stuff. I have almost every Animal Crossing Lego set. I'm only missing like the three or four expensive ones. I just simply don't have the room. As you can see, I have to put them there. I have some right over there, which is a little crazy. But yeah, so right underneath here is a bunch of movies. I bought a lot of movies lately. They're a lot of fun. Haven't gotten around watching a lot of them. Down here is more books. These are more like cool strategy guides, high school stuff, Bible, again, Pokemon cards, as I said. And right here is now my new desk. So in the old video, I used to have this, like, I got it from Habitat for Humanity. It was a $45 L-shaped desk. Well, I've since downsized to this black desk that I got at Value Village. Ugh, I don't know why I said that weird. Value Village for 20 bucks. And honestly, I really like it. It's nice. But one thing that has changed is my little switcheroos. So in order for me to stream my PS5, as you can see, it's over there. I just press this button here, and it'll automatically switch to this monitor. And in doing so, my capture card, which is really nice. And as you can see here, this is actually a brand new monitor. This is a Samsung OLED monitor. I've since upgraded it from my old curved monitor, and actually before I got this, I actually upgraded to a kind of smaller MSI curved monitor. And the only difference with that one is that it was 1440p. This monitor is also 1440p. But the sad thing about the MSI one is that it died within a month. It had a red line going right down here from the screen. So I've since returned it. I went back to the old monitor for like a week, and I was like, you know what? I don't like it. I want an OLED one, so I bought this. This was like $750. It's a lot for an OLED, but this was an open box. The only thing I don't like about it is that, yeah, see, look, it just did that. So I put the PS5 back there, but it doesn't automatically switch back to my computer sometimes, so that's really annoying. The background's all messed up. But yeah, so I still have this old trusty monitor. Now I have another switch, because in the old part I had technically 3 capture cards. I since downsized, so down here I have another switcher right there. That goes from the Nintendo Switch and to the PS3. That's just right over there. But yeah, so it's a nice setup here. Cable management. Yeah, so right here, that's all the cables. That's all for my computer. It's wrapped around here. Goes right up. It's really messy, but I have no way to like tie it up. But it doesn't bother me, because when I kick my feet up, I don't feel the cables. So that's all good with me. So standing up here, we have my Cyberpunk puzzles. So in the last part, I only had one. It was this one, and I had a big empty space here and nothing else. I've since completed and got the new puzzles. I put them in nicer frames, and I replaced all of this. So these were all the games that I got, and they look really nice. Like these ones were all these two are brand new. This one's used. I bought these from retail. I found this at a thrift store. And if you remember in the old part, I had a bunch of these signs up. I'm pretty sure I only had these 4. And then after, I've since upgraded them, and they just simply couldn't fit. So that's why I put them over here. These all used to be right here. So yeah, now one thing that has changed severely from the old part is this. All my games. In the last part, I only showed off this much, and I've since upgraded a lot. So I started off with actually like these 3 wired game shelves. I hated them because every time I added a new game, I'd have to like reorganize everything. So I since bought one of these, and I've actually sticker bombed it. I also sticker bombed my computer, and yeah, it was a lot of hassle sticker bombing it. But I thought that this that I built in high school was going to be enough for games. I lied. I had to buy one of these at a thrift store. Coincidentally, I think this was 13 bucks. And the one thing that sucks is there was actually 2 of these shelves at the thrift store, except the other one was a bit more beat up than this one. And also, I just don't have enough room. That's gonna be a common theme with this video, is that I ain't got no room. I think I already said that, but I just said it anyways. But yeah, so I really wish I grabbed the second shelf, but I just don't have room. But yeah, so like what I do have room for right now is PS3 and 4 games. PS5 games, to a certain extent, are full. I could condense some of the overstock. Like I got some duplicates like Concord. I think I got GT. Like all these 3 are just duplicates, or 4. I already have duplicates of those. I got like 2 Call of Duties here. I got like 3 copies of GTA 5. I got a lot of Elder Scrolls Online stuff. You know, a lot of bulk, like right here, PS2 games. I got a bunch of like random size stuff. Like this thing's huge. These I actually got from a thrift store again. Really nice stuff. Up here is my PS1 games. Some that are PS1. These are all PS1. These 2 are PS1. These are just CDs, music CDs. Except these 2 are PC ROMs. This one's a PC version of Vice City, and this is a PC version of GTA 3, which is cool. I ran out of room for my 3DS. But up here, oops, my phone ran out of storage again. Anyways, as I was saying, So up here, this is actually a completely different shelf I just tacked right on top. I had to saw it right there, as you can see. But yeah, this is my Xbox games. So I have the original Xbox and 360 all right here, plus some big box PC games, or long box I should say. Then up top I have the Xbox One and Series X games. Yeah, really cool stuff. I just ran out of room. As you can see, I'm still overflowing. I can't take any more. But up here, besides the Nintendo 64 game, are these two brand new PS3 games, Black Ops 2 and Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. These are really cool. I want to see if I can get them WATA graded, or mainly just Black Ops 2 anyways, which is really cool. Up there, I've got the Pack-a-Punch pistol from Origins, and I have all the consoles up here, the PS1, 2, and 3. My Animal Crossing Switch that I don't use because I have the Switch 2. And then up there is the graded Mew card. I paid $90 for that, and it's an 8.5, which I think is 80. So I technically lost money, but I'm not selling it. But yeah, so over here, this is my Amazon Alexa. She's been really annoying lately. Stop. She heard me. Got a Cyberpunk statue. Got these two U2 figures. The Sly Cooper and the Helldivers one, really cool. Then right over here are all these Pokemon figures that I got. Yeah, I just went into random GameStops and me and my friend just buy one every now and again. It's really cool, just to put them up. But yeah, so right here is the Animal Crossing Lego set. Really cool stuff. Up here is all my games. I think I already talked about that, which is really nice. And some cool posters. Very nice. Which takes us to the last part, my closet right here. So as you can see, I've got a bunch of like these fake prop guns. I used to have the ray gun, or not the ray gun, the Pack-a-Punch gun right here, but I just kept hitting it and just kept falling. So I just kept it up there. That's so it's in safe keeping. Yeah, so as you can see here, this is where I put that black shelf that used to be right there. I just simply ran out of room. I actually used to have it on the bottom, my dresser on the top, but I since flipped it because it's a little bit easier. But yeah, so what has changed is it's now kind of just a storage thing. I've got that Pokemon, it's a Charizard. Let's get some light. Let there be light. Got a Charizard, a Sackboy, Game Boy, a bunch of amiibos. I think this is the Donkey Kong Bonanza one. I don't have a really good spot to put it there. Used to have that one up. Got the King DDD one. Just a bunch of junk drawers. But oh, the TV from the Sega Genesis video. But same thing with the mini fridge. Nothing really has changed. There's a ton of alcohol in there now. I moved the Jack Daniels outside, and then I'm running out of ginger ale. Gotta get a restock on that puppy. Oh, and yeah, and right here is all my hats. Various hats that I use for some videos. And yeah, so that's pretty much it that has changed. Hopefully I didn't forget any changes. If I did, I will briefly bring them up later. But yeah, so I guess that's it for the room tour part of the video. And so that wraps up my year 2 video. I had a fun time showing off all my new stuff. But for upcoming videos, I will finally have my Tech That Has Let Me Down or Failed Me video up this weekend. As I was planning to finish it up last week, however, I was caught up with a bunch of homework from college. So I've got to take priorities, you know? But beyond this, I'll finally have my Call of Duty World at War comparison video done in December. But before I go, I thought it was really funny that at the end of the first year's video, I mentioned 2 upcoming projects. And beyond that, I'm working on a Far Cry 2, GTA 4, and Saints Row video, and also a Mass Effect 3 video. Now, what makes this funny is the fact that I did in fact make a Mass Effect 3 video. However, I did not make a Far Cry 2, GTA 4, Saints Row video, as I had a bunch of other projects at the time, and also just I was planning on doing playthroughs of these games, and that just never happened at the minute. Well, with the rumor has it that right now there might be a GTA 4 remake shadow dropping soon, although I really doubt it because we haven't heard anything of it, and we're in like November now. So hopefully they do a GTA 4 remaster. I'll do that, and then, well, this video might actually be made probably next year. We'll see. But yeah, so I guess that's it for this video. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, drop a like, and I hope to see you guys around.